Comics and History presents Postscript to episode number 128. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Brian J. Rygate, and class is back in session for a short bonus mini-sode here of Comics and History. I didn't get a chance in the main part of episode 128 to talk about a couple of neat items I got in relation to Cauldron magazine. I'm going to have to put pictures on the Comics and History Facebook page so you can see exactly what I am talking about here. Now, when you support comic book Kickstarter initiatives, usually the rewards you get in addition to the book itself are art related. So let's say a sketch or a bonus book. But when I supported the Kickstarter for the spring 2019 issue of Cauldron, I got a really neat reward included with my pledge. It is a jar of hot sauce, Cauldron hot sauce, if you will. I was speaking on episode 128 about how I was a bit apprehensive about trying out Cauldron magazine given my complete lack of experience with reading sci-fi, fantasy, supernatural, anthology magazines for older readers. But, in addition to knowing Sam and knowing the quality of his work, what really captivated me was this reward incentive of a jar of hot sauce. And it's a homemade brew from co-publisher and co-editor Shane Heron. And so when I saw it, I said, okay, I'm just going to go for this because I like hot sauce, and this is just a really a neat idea. I haven't seen this before in any other comic book Kickstarter. So I picked up my jar of hot sauce from Shane at Comic-Con, and before I went, I made sure to see the video that he sent to all the Kickstarter supporters showing how he crafted this fine brew of hot sauce. I was just salivating as I watched the video and could not wait to get the hot sauce and try it out. So the label on the jar is actually a mini print of the cover to issue 1 of Cauldron, and that's got another label on the back with the ingredients, and then it says, she sneaks up on you with unbelievable intensity, devouring you from inside as she burns the world. That perfectly sums up what you see in Casey Parsons' rendition, which made the cover for issue 1 of Cauldron. I didn't get a chance to try this hot sauce right away. I wanted to, right after getting back from Comic-Con. And somehow, my little girl, who went to Comic-Con with me in March, managed to be completely healthy and stay healthy after Comic-Con, whereas I came down with a case of the con crud the night after getting back from Comic-Con. So my taste buds were shot, and I decided that I'd wait until I was feeling better, I could taste stuff again, before trying out this hot sauce. Folks, within my family, I'm the one who can handle the hot stuff. Everybody else stays way away from it. My wife is always telling me, you're crazy. Don't you want to live? Really? And I say, no, I love my hot sauce. And with a lot of hot sauces, I'll taste them, I'll say, oh, that's kind of nice, but yeah. I don't get hot under the collar or anything. I don't need to drink exorbitant amounts of water to soothe my throat. But let me tell you, folks, with Cauldron hot sauce, not only is this the most delicious hot sauce which I have ever tasted, it is the most lethal, potent brew I've ever tasted. This is the one hot sauce that can really get to me, like to the point where I have to have multiple glasses of water to put out the fire within me. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to see Shane at the book signing afterwards to tell him in person how much I love his stuff. I wish this stuff would be sold in stores. It's that good. I've got to find a way to appeal to Mr. Heron to produce some more batches of his homemade hot sauce to go along with the other reward incentives on Kickstarter. Kind of funny story. My daughter saw me trying the hot sauce, and she was so captivated by it. She actually wanted to dip her fingers in and try it. And so my wife and I scrambled to pour out a little cup of ketchup, which she could dip her fries in. And it was funny seeing her eating the fries dipped in ketchup and coffee and saying, hot sauce, hot sauce. So there you go. Just a really neat piece of swag to go along with an awesome magazine. And then, as I mentioned on episode number 128, I was at a book signing at Thunderstruck Bookstore in the Annex, or near the Annex, in Toronto. Really great bookstore. My first time going there, but Sam informed me about this signing in support of the launch of the second issue of Cauldron magazine, and I wanted to make sure to go to this signing to show my support for Sam and the other contributors to Cauldron who were there at the book signing. And one of the people who was there was artist Jason Tokowitz. And Jason, if you're listening to this, I apologize profusely if I am butchering the pronunciation of your last name. Jason's art is just incredible. As I mentioned in episode 128, he was the artist on Haunted Memories. And given a couple of my own personal experiences, Haunted Memories is a story that's going to stay with me for a very long time, not just because of Sam's writing, but also because of Jason's art. And Jason had a really neat bit of art on display, or actually not just on display, but to give away at this book signing that I went to today. For the first 6 people who made it in for the book signing, he actually had sketches, full color sketches. Actually, I'd say more than sketches. These are complete comic art, but not done on standard paper. He produced this art on Starbucks coffee cups. I want to say venti size. And so because I was one of the first people there, I got to choose one of the cups. And so I took the one that is from Marvel Zombies. It's Zombie Spider-Man. And it's full color. Just a really great rendition of the zombified Spider-Man. I remember Sam and Jason had posted pictures of these cups on the Facebook page announcing this book signing. When I looked at them, I thought, no, those can't be real coffee cups. This looks like something else. They're beautiful, but no, can't just be on coffee cups. And here it is. And there's some really neat writing along the side. Jason shouts out Starbucks Canada. He tells you where you can find him on social media. That's inspired me to go out to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and check out Jason's artwork. Let me spell out his last name for those of you who want to get a closer look at his artwork. His last name is spelled Tocewicz. Man, I want to show this to Victoria, but she's going to want to take this and drink out of it, I fear. So I'm going to put this in a very safe place so that in years' time, this is one of the heirlooms that I'm going to pass down to my little girl. And a really neat memento of going to the signing and getting to see Sam yet again. I got to see Jason. I missed seeing Shane Heron, but I was able to meet Ricky Lima as well as Robert Freeman. And that was a really neat experience. I also got a sketch from Jason of Detective Pikachu. So I'll put a picture of that on the Facebook page. And Victoria's going to lay claim to the Pikachu. But that's good. You got to teach the little ones to appreciate great comic art from a young age. Okay, so folks, there you go. Just a short little mini episode, finishing up stuff I want to talk about with Cauldron magazine. Hopefully, around the time that you're listening to this episode, the Kickstarter is live. It's a no-brainer, folks. Issues 1 and 2 were very successfully funded on Kickstarter within a short amount of time, too. What I really appreciate is that Sam and company didn't go out there and put a huge price tag out there. They weren't looking for tens of thousands of dollars. They were looking for a very modest amount in funding, and they made sure that they were putting the money in all of the right places. So, of course, money goes to all of the writers, artists, all the people on staff on this magazine. But you can tell they put a lot of thought into who they went with as a printer. Certainly, they read quite well in digital, but there's really something about reading this anthology series in print form and getting it in magazine size too, so the art just comes up that much bigger. And it really does take you back to the days of books like Creepy and Eerie and Heavy Metal. Who knows, maybe one day I may be inspired to try out one of those titles. So folks, if you liked hearing what I had to say on episode number 128, please do go on over to Kickstarter. Check out the campaign for the third issue of Cauldron magazine. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of great pledge rewards, stretch goals. So please do give it a look. You will not be disappointed. Alrighty, so then folks, in a couple of weeks, I'll come your way with either episode number 127, or if I've been able to put out episode 127 before episode number 128, episode number 129 is going to tie in with a celebration of my 5th year in podcasting. My goodness, this show is over 5 years old right now. And unfortunately, I've had to take down my first 20-some episodes, I want to say, just to create room on my Spreaker account. But, well, I'll say this in episode 129 in greater detail. I started off by covering 0 Hour on those first few episodes of Comics in History. So I figured in celebration of my 5th year, why not go a step back and take a look at the event which inspired some of the content in 0 Hour. We'll be looking at Armageddon 2000.